Okay, everybody, welcome. This is the July 20th meeting of the Wallingford Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to start the meeting by saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the
Allegiance
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
Yes.
nation, under God,
To God.
indivisible, liberty and
With
justice
liberty and
for all.
justice.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to read a little blurb that I read. That's how we're going to run the meeting. Even though there's only one application, I think I'll still do it just to keep consistency. Welcome to the July 20th meeting of the Wallingford Zoning Board of Appeals. I'm going to explain how I'm going to run the meeting. First, I ask that everyone that can, please mute your microphone to keep background noise to a minimum and unmute when it is your turn to speak. I will do a roll call of all board members present, then I'll do a second roll call to announce the voting board members for today's meeting. Once I call your application number, I will then ask our secretary to read all correspondence to your application. When that is complete, I will welcome you and ask you that you state your name and address for the record. After that, I will then give you the floor to explain your application. Once you have completed your application presentation, I will then call on the board members one at a time by name to ask if they have any questions for you. After that, I will go to the public, call on them one at a time for comments. Once the public comments are complete, I will ask the applicant if they have anything further to add before I close the public hearing and open it up to comments and actions from the board. At that time, I will call on voting members one at a time to ask if they have any further comments. After that, I will ask for a motion and a second. Then I will run a roll call vote from voting members, then present the results to the applicant. Anytime during the meeting, if anyone has something further to add, you can use the chat feature or raise your hand and I will call on you. All right, here's the pre-meeting blurb. Tonight's decisions will be published in the Record Journal on Friday, July 24th, 2020. The effective date of your variance will be Friday, July 24th, 2020. The date a certified copy is recorded on the land records. The statutory 15-day appeal period will expire on Sunday, August 9th, 2020. If you commence operations and/or construction during the appeal period, you do so at your own risk. So tonight we have Sam Carmody, Tom Wolfer, Karen Harris, Bob Parisi is the caller, Lou Sherwinski, Ray Rise, and myself. Voting tonight will be Sam Carmody, Tom Wolfer, Lou Sherwinski, Ray Rise, and myself. First application and only application tonight is a variance request for Nesty Pryor, front yard setback of 13 feet where 30 feet is required, and a side yard of plus or minus 11 feet where 12 feet is required to construct a covered porch at 143 South Main Street in a CLB district. Mr. Secretary, do we have any correspondence?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Hopefully everybody can hear me still. Variance request 20-10, variance request side yard and front yard, Nesty and Pryor for 143 South Main Street. Applicant proposes a covered front/side porch addition to the dwelling. Similar porch existed on original dwelling dating back to the mid-1800s. Existing dwelling is non-conforming as to front setback, in parentheses, predating the inception of zoning, close parentheses. 30 feet is required, 17.919 feet exists, and the applicant proposal includes a 5-foot front porch requiring a front setback of 12.19 feet. Side yard currently plus or minus 11 feet, where 12 feet is required. Proposal expands same side yard setback to accommodate 8-foot side porch, necessitating additional variance request. We also have correspondence received dated May 15th, 2020, stamped as received May 18th, 2020 from the Wallingford Historic Preservation Trust. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Welcome. Please unmute your mic if you can. If not, I'll try and do it. There you go. Please state your name and address for the record.
Michael Nesty, 143 South Main Street, Wallingford.
Okay. We couldn't hear her, but try it again.
Fire Nesty, 143 South Main Street.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, you got the floor. Please explain your application to us.
We purchased 143 South Main Street with the purpose of restoring her historical beauty and how she was way back when. And she was built in 1886, actually. There was an existing front porch. I believe you all have a photograph of the original home with the existing porch. And, you know, back then planning and zoning rules weren't around. So we are, our hardship is we just didn't have those regulations back then. So we're asking to put back on the porch the way it was, to our best of our ability. There's a lot of detail work in that porch. We obviously won't be able to guarantee we'll be exactly, but we are going to do it as historically accurate as possible. We are keeping, instead of doing vinyl siding on the home, we're patching and replacing the original cedar siding. So we're just trying to keep her beauty that she was, have her shine in town.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I just want to say that I know you've been at it for a little while there, and I walk by there often enough and drive by. And I walked by one day and you had ripped all the old siding off in the porch and whatever you'd done. And I said to myself, wow, that house had a wraparound porch. Boy, it'd be really nice if they put that back up there. And I just kept on walking. And I'm glad to see you're doing it. A beautiful home, beautiful section of town. And I'm all for it. I don't see any problem with this. And I don't really have any questions for you other than, great job, because these old homes are beautiful. They're a lot of work, but they're beautiful. So I'm
They
just
are a
gonna,
lot of work.
Yeah.
We actually bought it that way. We didn't rip the porch off because we would have never done that.
We would
But
never have done
it
No,
was like that
I know
when
it.
we
But
did
what
it.
I'm saying is I saw where the porch was
Yeah.
and I was like, geez, I put that back on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the board and see if anybody has any questions. Sam Carmody, do you have any questions for the applicant?
I have no questions, Mr. Chairman. I agree with you on this application.
Thank you. Tom Wolford, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't have any, Mr. Chairman, but I do have a question for Mr. Nesty. Do you have any plans on what the color of the house is going to be?
Got to talk to Mrs. Nesty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just a laborer.
I understand. I should have known that, and I apologize for that.
It's going to be what I call a grayish. It's going to be between a tan and a gray. I didn't want to do gray because there's so many gray homes. So I really wanted to make it look a little bit more of a creamy kind of grayish color. And we will be doing black trims. You see, there's some of the beautiful highlights. So we'll be doing not too much black because I don't want it overpowering, but a slight black trim.
Very nice, very nice. I'm sure it'll look beautiful. I have no further comments, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. Just to let everybody know, Bruce Conroy just logged in. So, hi, Bruce. We've started, and the applicant has presented there. Do you have any questions for this applicant?
No, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I'll go down to Karen. Do you have any questions for the applicant? Okay.
No, I don't.
Thank you. Lou Sherwinski, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I just echo your comments. I routinely go by the house. I actually looked at the house when it was for sale. So I walked through it. So I know how much work is going into it, and I commend you for taking it on. So
Thank you.
Mr. Parisi, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Rise, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't have any questions, but I echo your thoughts and others. It'll be nice to see that wraparound porch and see the house restored.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, is there anybody here to speak in favor of this applicant? Is there anybody here to speak against the application? Hearing none, do you have anything further you'd like to add before I close the public hearing and open it up for discussion of the board?
All set.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna close the public hearing and open up for discussion and possible action. Just gonna see if anybody has any comments, which I don't think anybody does, but Sam, do you have any comments? Okay, very good. Tom Wolfer, do you have any comments? All right, Lou, do you have any comments you want to make before we make a motion?
No, Mr. Chairman.
How about you, Ray?
No,
Okay, well, just open it up for a motion and we'll make a vote. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the Nesty at 143 South Main Street. A variance request for front yard of 12.19 feet, where 30 feet is required to construct a front and side porch addition at 143 South Main Street as shown on submitted plans. Picture zoning survey received May 8, 2020, subject to the conditions that were made by Eric Kruger from Water Sewer Division dated June 8, 2020. Variance request, do I have to make both of them at the same time or does it matter?
No, they're
We're gonna do
separate.
them we'll do them separate, Ray.
Okay,
So the
so
the
moved
first-
on.
this first one's gonna be on the front yard.
A second on Ray's motion.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna go for a roll call on the vote. Sam Carmody,
Yes.
Tom Wolfer,
Yes to approve.
okay, Lou Sherwinski,
Yes to approve.
Ray Rise,
Yes to approve.
and I'll vote yes to approve. So the front yard setback has been approved. Can I get a second motion for the side yard?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, make a motion, variance request for side yard of 11 feet where 12 feet is required to construct front and side porch addition at 143 South Main Street as shown on submitted plans. Picture and zoning location survey received May 8, 2020. Subject to the comments of Eric Kruger and the Water and Sewer Division, again dated June 8, 2020. So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a second. I'll go for a vote. Sam Carmody,
Yes to approve.
okay, Tom Wolfer,
Yes to approve.
Lou Sherwinski,
Yes to approve.
Ray Rise,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes. Both your variances have been approved. Good luck. Thank you very much. Can't wait to see it all done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll have you all over so you can see it.
Yeah, you don't want to have us over. Thank you. Good luck.
All right,
Are
thank
we
you.
all set? We're all set?
You're all set.
Okay, thank
Have a
you.
good night. Thank
Have a
you.
good night. Okay, can I get a motion to accept the minutes?
Make a motion to accept the minutes, Monday, June 15, 2020.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
What was that? Did somebody have,
Aye.
was there a problem with the minutes? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, just checking. Before I close the meeting, I just want to make I'm not going to be around next month. I'm going to finally be able to get away. So I know you guys have gotten your packet, big month. And then September, I think is going to be big, but I should be around September, no problem. Just next month, we have postponed our vacation 4 months in a row and we finally just going to go. So I just wanted to make that everybody aware that that's what's going on. I don't know how everybody else, I know it's a vacation month and you know, we'll discuss it as the couple weeks go on. If people have vacation plans, it's understood and we'll see what happens. So if anybody's got anything further to add, Anybody got anything they want to add, or we want to close the meeting?
Mr. Chairman, is Amy there?
What's that? Amy's here, yeah.
Just let her know that the swing fell down on Friday night after that large package that you left. Swore.
And there's one more coming en route with you
Couldn't
all.
stand under that weight.
Yeah, that was a little much.
So, she just mentioned there is one more application coming that she, put in the mail, so just be looking for that. All right, I mean,
I
hopefully.
thought somebody
the mail
left
be
their
in-
phone book on my board.
Yeah, no kidding. The town saved a lot of money by her, delivering them, I'll say that, but, all right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a
Mr.
second?
Chairman, I'll make a motion that we,
Who was a little,
Second.
yeah, all right, well, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you, everybody. Enjoy, the rest of the week here and, enjoy the heat.
Be safe.
Take care.
And thank you, everybody, for, coming to the meeting. I
Bye, everyone.
really appreciate it. We got a good crew of people. Very good. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
This conference is no longer being recorded.